Hello there, welcome to another episode of Augmented Reality. This is my fourth episode in AR. If you haven't watched my previous three episodes, I have provided its link in my video description. Check that right now. So now, in this video, we're going to take a look about capturing body motion in 3D. So capturing body motion is nothing but track a person in a physical environment and visualize their motion by applying the same body movements to a virtual character, that is a 3D model. So what we expect at the end of this video is we are trying to visualize with one 3D object to track the motion. So it'll be like this with the one robot. I'm applying here a robot as a 3D, and if you try to apply with a human, it will be like this. And also I'm trying to apply 3D model with two robots, which means I want to two robots to apply to track the motion. So this is how it's gonna work, and we are trying to do this in this episode. Here we go. So let's start doing it. In this video, I'm going to use Apple documentation reference, which is provided by Apple itself. So in order to find that, you need to go to Google and search for AR body tracking iOS Shift. So if you search that, you can come here and find that is developer.apple.com, which is having the capturing body motion in 3D. So if you open that link, you can find a source which is a base source which is provided by Apple itself. So you have a download option here in order to download that base source code. So we're going to start from here. So let's download it. So after downloading, what you need to do is you need to go to the Xcode in order to run that, and we will search here what's it's having actually and what it's gonna do. So from there we're going to modify into much more with the 3D objects to place in the motion tracking. So I'm almost about to finish the downloading. So after downloading, you can find here a folder which is have a capturing body motion 3D. So open that and click on this Xcode project. So it will ask for trust and open search. So let's click trust and open. Alright, so here we go. So what we have here is I have here bottle identifier with example Apple sample code body signing and capabilities. I'm going to provide mine personal. You need to, in order to run in a real device, you need to have a personal team at least to run in a real phone. Alright, so let's head back to this view controller.zip file. So what we have in this zip file is it's having an AR view, which is having a view did appear, which is having initializing the AR object by an asynchronous method it's calling actually. So you can find here errors coming up. So the reason why here is you need to target here as a real device. If you can't run in a simulator, that's how it works. So the error is gonna disappear automatically. So here, let's see, this character of offset is nothing but we are placing the 3D object which is left to the body, which means the real body. So this is minus 1.000, which is means I want to keep the character offset which is to the left of the main body, and I have here the character which is having the robot. Let's search here which is having the character, and says the robot.usd asset format. So that's all in this, which is defaults by the Apple itself. So if you try to run this project, we will see what's there inside, and from there we're gonna upgrade it though. Also, you must have a iPhone 7 or above in order to have a AR body tracking. Otherwise, this feature won't support that. So let's say that I'm going to type here print. If the body tracking is not supported, it will show that device not supported. All right, so this is all actually what it detects, whether you need to, whether the device is having the capability to run this actually body tracking on your device or not. That's what it's checking here. And then it's having the AR view session with an add anchor character. I'm going to add the character here with the asynchronous method, which is having a robot and having the 3D object. And if it works, everything else, character does scale. It's nothing but it's actually we are scaling to the same size of the human or the main body which we going to track. And this is the update session, which is having watch our moments. It will track it all here and it will update all that. So that's all. And if you try to run this project, what we are going to get here is like this. I've just placed a static object and tracking with the, it doesn't have any motion, but if you try it in a human, it shows the motion tracking there. So that's what it have at the moment, and from here we're going to load it a bit different from here. All right, so let's start from here. This vcontroller.zip file, which is having the AR view as a base view. And what I'm going to do first of all here is I'm going to initialize two of the variables, initializing, so that I can place additional 3D object. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type here var place two avatars, and let's say it's of a blue kind, and then I'm going to do here is var, I'm going to set here the characters number, which means if I need two characters, I need to place here characters as 2. So here we have initially the character as a single body tracking entity. So but if I want to place two robots, I want to call it as an array or array of objects, which means I need to place here like this, like a body tracking entity. And the last initialization which I need is a var, which is for the character 2, character anchor 2, which is having the anchor entity. Alright, it is to be equal to, and here what I just wrote here is, first of all, it's having a 3D character to display, which means a single character which has having single offset, and then having a character anchor as a one single anchor. So here what I did is place two avatars in order to track is a bool function, so flag of kind I want to set up inside that, so that I can get two objects to display the tracking instead of one. And I have the another characters which is having an array of characters which I need to display over there, and this is single character second object or entity which I initialized here. And what happens here is view did load. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to place here the place two character avatars, let it say to be false at the when it starts, and I'm going to click here as a whole and just cut off all. And what I'm going to write here is separate function in order to call two angles. So let's say func try one robot, avatar, and I'm going to paste those codes inside this. Here I have the, it's a function with the try with one avatar. So view did appear is nothing but when we start now, view did appear is just having only place two avatars, which is having a false value. And next is I'm not calling here at the initial stage. I'm going to call here in different button. That's why I wrote a code here. So next one is I'm going to write a separate function which is I need for the to try with the two robots. So let's say try two robot avatars, and from here I'm going to also paste that code inside that, and we're going to just make few makeup inside this in order to track the other stuff. So after here, what I'm going to do here is it's having this entity.load body tracking asynchronous dot sync. So before sync, what I'm going to do here is dot append, and going to append another entity which is having a, let's say, entity dot, let's make more space over here. So entity dot load body tracking asynchronous named the same name which I'm going to use here. I just, if you have another object as a valid USDS file, you can use it here. Otherwise I'm just copying it, pasting it. If you have another USDS file with a different animation, you can also drag and drop it inside this character folder and name the accordingly. So I'm just going to use a single 3D object in order to track the two as well. That's why I did like this. And after that, what I'm going to do is, for after this, I'm going to right here collect dot sync. So this will be doing this collection and with sync. And here I need to change a few more things like that, which means here he's having character with one entity, but I'm trying to use here append, so this will be of array, which means there is more than one object, and that entity will be placed over here. And then if we have here this let character will be, or let's say I'm going to name it as characters, sorry, character let chars. If let chars will be equal to the character as a body tracking entity, I'm going to place here as an array as well for this. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to track each one of them for it. So let's say 4 in chars will be equal to v dot scale. I'm going to scale the same size of this as it is, which means the same value as this. And I'm going to remove this line. And then what I'm going to do here is it will be a self dot characters, which is having the characters which I initialized at first, and will be equal to an array of char character of here I know that there will be only two objects. So what I'm going to do here is chars of 1 and chars of 2, sorry, index of 1. This is first index, and second index will be appended over here inside that character file which we initialized at first here, like so. And then what I'm going to do here is the next is I'm going to remove this file line, and the last step which I'm going to do is, after initializing this appending these two characters inside that array, I'm going to call that place two avatars as true, which means if two avatars are being placed successfully, then this bool function will be called likewise. So that's it, and that's it for try with two robot avatars. And the last step which we need to do here is I'm going to update these two characters inside this session. So in order to do that, what you need to do here is this is having the body anchor one which is being already tracked, and then from here I'm going to write another line which is having if place to avatars is equal to true, which means if the condition is true, I'm going to call these two characters in order to update. So let's say character anchor 2, character anchor 2 dot position will be equal to the body position. This body position is nothing but which is of the main body, which means the human body. And from here what I'm going to do here is 1 comma 0 comma 0, which is having the character offset. So it's nothing but here we have this as -100, which just means the robot will be standing left to the main body. And what happens here is I'm placing the robot which is to the right of the main body. That's it. And then the second line, which is having the character anchor dot orientation, will be equal to this transform, which is having the same metrics as rotation, all these things. And I'm going to type there as well. And the last and one more thing is, and I'm going to anchor character anchor, I need to add the child inside that. So let's say add child, which is of a characters of 0. Make sure that if the object is not there, this force will be causing a crash. So you need to handle that. So here I have the case that, like, I already know that two characters are already there and it's being appended. That's why this false, this place to avatars flag is being called. So only if the place to avatars flag is being called, this condition will be called. And otherwise it will cause a crash if you didn't append it straight correctly. So second character which I'm going to do here is, sorry, this is for the character 1 and this is for character 2. This add child, with us having the characters, and the characters having the second index, which is means 0, and then it's having the 1. So that's all inside this, and let's head over back to this main.storyboards. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring two buttons over here in order to get those buttons clicked, in order to know that whether one robot or two robot you need to initialize. So I'm going to bring here a stack view there with this horizontal, and let me say from 24 from the top, and let's say 220 from width, and 40 will be the height of that. And let's add these three constraints, and let's make horizontal center. Here we go. And what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to place over here two buttons in order to select the avatars, another button as well. Alright, and then here what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give some background color to the buttons. Let's say the background color to be pink, and text color, let it say to be a white kind, and let's add some font size as well. Let it be a black. And for the first button I want to give the name as 1, and the second one let it be of 2. And inside the stack view I'm going to place a distribution as fill equally, and let's make a space of 20, let's say. Here we go. And then I'm going to give here the IB actions, so that these two functions which we write separately will be called at the end. So here I have here this button 1. This is for with one robot action try one avatar, and another one I'm going to write here is for the second. So let us say try two avatar. Let's make more space over here, and then the last step is try with one avatar. I'm going to try the function which is having the one robot avatar, and then I have here the two robots to try with. So let's say try two robot avatars. That's all. So let's run and check what it does so, and so what we have done so far. So I will explain it one more time, that this is having, first of all, this is having a 3D character to display with one. This is having one character with one offset with one anchor. So what we did at now second stage is have placed a bool function, then having the characters as an array and the character anchor, which means for the second object. If we have the third object, let's say var character anchor 3 is equal to anchor entity, like how it goes. And then I have here this While calling the body asynchronously, I had just appended this body tracking with two objects, and then I'm placing it over here. And for this or each character, it will be called like character 0, which is having index 1 and index 2 to append in a one single array. And then I call the bool function, which is place to avatars is equal to true. And here you can do one more step here as to confirm this. Here you can say that this place to avatars it will be or false as well. That's it. And then I have the session here with the place to avatars is equal to true. It will be calling this transform, and it will add the child with the character 0, add the child with the character 1. That's all. And at last we are having two buttons and trying the robot to call in each button specifically. That's all. And that's all. And watch we let's run it and check what we had done so far. Here we go. This is having the pre-recorded outputs. So it's having the robots on the left and the right position, and so it will be tracking the motion of the body. And if I try with the static object also, it works fine with that body motion tracking. So that's all in this video, and in the next episode what I'm trying to make is I'm going to make body tracking with the skeleton models so that we can use it in the medical fields. And also another important topic which in the upcoming episode is about hand pausing gesture. So let's say hand pausing gesture will be able to use to call the functions automatically, which will be a much complicated episodes in the future. And that's all in this video, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you, lads.